Hi guys, welcome back to Genshin Impact. I was setting everything up. Hope I hope it didn't take too long. The reason why you hear echo sound always at the start of the video is because I'm checking the sound to see if everything is okay. So as I said, I'm gonna finish the Radiant Harvest event today, then roulette story time.
Yo, King Haruman.
Yoi, what's up? I'm good, bro. You? By the way, for those who didn't know, new PS Plus games are out, so pick them up if you can. Also, there's free-to-play Battle Royale.
Nice to hear.
There's a My Hero Academia free-to-play Battle Royale for PS4. Anyway. Yeah, good to hear you doing okay, bro. Why? Why didn't I unlock this teleport point? There's one here. This event is pretty fast. That's why I'm doing the roulette story as well. I mean, where did I miss? Down there. And now just two more, I guess. Because every cycle or bubble has 5. Bro, if game didn't show me this now, I doubt. And this is the worst time yet. But it doesn't matter. I got what I needed. Now 7. And final part is unlocked when I finish this anyone here. People would think that game tells you where you need to go, but I broke my record. 49 seconds. You know what sucks? When you have this kind of events and you read slow, like me, and it doesn't have narration of words, like you just gotta read. And when I'm streaming out loud, I read slower when I think to myself, so that's why I don't read non-narration parts during the event, which don't have skip or next button. Skip or next option, anyway. So that's done. Really? After all of this, all I get is 10,000 more. Well, I'll take anything I can get. So this is my neuillette team, so I'm going Hyper Bloom neuillette with Zhongli. Hey, you're back. You missed out on something hilarious. What happened? Just now I brought the retrieved jellyfish and waited here for Mr. Put it here. Inspection, but before he could show up, some of my buyers did. They told me that ever since releasing the first several batches of jellyfish, they felt refreshed and their business has been growing super well. They thought it must have been a blessing from the heaven for doing a good deed, so they came back to buy more to release. Can this game even have any sense sometimes? So they released jellyfish because they have had believe that their business was growing. They released them for doing a good deed. PS1 catches them, Christian sells them, and buyers release them again. Hey, is this your way of making money? Wait, no. How could I? I don't want any more troubles with guards. I spent ages telling them that releasing those jellyfish does more harm than good, but they simply won't listen. They just believe that their luck was due to what they consider to be a good deed. Welcome. They even believe that my bad luck was due to keeping the jellyfish in captivity. Just what are they thinking? Anyway, while we're arguing, also he arrived and immediately took them to custody. Guess their luck had to run out. Yeah. In the end, was certainly was carelessly releasing those creatures without first understanding their habits and ecology, really for the creatures or just for their own good luck. I think the other options is a bit more believable. They were also taken into custody by the guards. Seems like they didn't get much good out of it in the end. So people he sold them to got in jail. Thrown in jail also, so there's your good luck. Speaking of which, thank you. Thanks to you, the guards have now waived my jail sentence. So you are free. You are a free man now. Right. In addition to the commission I promised you, I also have a little memento for you. Please take it. What do I get? Mora, Primogems? What this shit? Are those also violet glow jellyfish? Why do they look so much smaller than the ones we caught before? So I actually do get jellyfish. It's not ordinary lamp. Fun. Yep, they are smaller specimens. I picked out a few suitable specimens from the storage warehouse yesterday. They were more specimens than there were assigned numbers. So I figured I might as well give you some as a memento. As for the rest, I'll continue breeding them and find a way to integrate them into natural environments. Okay, and I'm also planning on keeping a few of the violet glow jellyfish to investigate their clustering and glowing behavior. Well, they do look pretty cute. I think they would look cute swimming in the water. Oh god, game wants to make me a monster, do they? So I mean they do look cute, but I also wanna release them because I'm not a monster, so oh fuck it, it's only a game. I won't release them. Wow, wait, don't you dare think of releasing them, about releasing them. So, now, that's 6 pools. Can I get Cinco once more so I have C6? That's one. That's two. That's three. That's four. That's five. And that's six. Come on, see. Famonius Codex again.
I see the
Give me Cinco, bro. Also, I'm wishing because I need Stardust.
in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine.
So, let's story time. Let's story time. Let's go.
Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Neuillette, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
Yeah,
right.
I think.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards.
But he's your chief, so.
Neuillette! Sabine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Ugh, Traveler in Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own.
So let me investigate.
Now, this is
What's wrong
completely
with that?
unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective? Hmm?
I trust that you'd be able to work that out with how well connected you are, but I must apologize. I do not plan on relying on anyone else's help for this matter.
So, what is it exactly?
Yeah,
It
logical.
sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
let me guess, I think it's primordial
A
seed.
Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
Melusine. Kiara. Was she or close relative?
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
I have no idea why you're so hung up over this. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist, I have no objections.
Then why this melodrama?
Thank you for understanding. I will leave a note explaining my absence on my desk. I would appreciate it if you could take it to Lady Farina. She may have no interest in official affairs, but standard procedure dictates that I'm still responsible for reporting to her.
Yeah, mostly because she's an Archon, so...
Yes, understood. I'll come back later and deliver the note to her.
Stop
Judging
walking
from
like
Sadine's
Glee.
reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so special about this case?
I cannot tell you just yet, but it reminded me of certain past events.
Certainly we have something to do with Pyro Dragon, Thunder Dragon, or any sort of dragon.
There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Care to explain in detail?
Come on, stop being so secretive. We still have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, do
It is
tell.
not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts.
Bro, I'm good at keeping secrets. The only one who could tell your secret is Paimon. And Shao. Shao almost called Morax Zhongli Morax at dinner we had, so other than those two, I'm pretty good at keeping secrets.
Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Iudex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms.
Okay.
There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Carol.
They must have been amazing people to
Okay.
receive such high praise from you.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them.
What happened? They got killed?
The reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of my power. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melusines.
No shit, you're shitting me. So she, oh god, she did that, then he got exiled, and because of that, he's so protected of Melusines. Seems like you're using Melusines against you. You're concerned that you're the prohibitor. Oh, so he thinks that he was the target of the attack.
All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society.
And
I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine.
yeah, so it's
Many common folk
kinda
believe
your
that I
problem.
share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me.
Because you do share some connection.
Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me.
So are you trying to help them or cover your own or save your own butt?
I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent. It has already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not happen again.
Bro, don't push yourself.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating?
Paimon, can I tell you a little secret? Because he feels responsible for what happened.
There's the guards, the Marechaussee Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
Yeah, but as I told, he's feeling responsible.
Based on prior experience, there
What
is
do
a
you
high
want?
chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department.
And he wants to find his killer before killer finds him.
The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Technically, half of the people don't know your secret, but
Outsider?
wait, is he not from Fontaine?
But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why would you be an outsider?
And I mean, he's Hydro Dragon. He has to be from Fontaine.
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself. You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations.
Yeah, so you're the Hydro Dragon's sovereign.
Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans.
And what's that? You fly away like a bird to east when winter
Taking
comes.
on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the
Or
status
west
I was
or
granted
south.
has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others.
So your job is a curse.
I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider, a fish out of water.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, we have
Okay,
nothing to
this
do with all those
section.
organizations anyway. So how about we come with you on your investigation? Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
And Paimon has her badass start.
That does not sound like a bad idea.
Attitude on.
I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Can somebody play Bad Boys song in the background? Because this is gonna be awesome.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
I will write my note of absence right away. Let us depart together once I'm done. Let us go.
Yeah.
We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
And now that letter that I found.
So Neuillette feels like he doesn't
sense.
truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true?
I mean, he could be a dragon from another region because he's not the first Hydro Dragon.
Paimon feels like he has a kind of skewed perspective on a lot of things. Anyway, let's catch up with him first.
The remains of the past.
Paimon's been thinking. You called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions. Please allow me to rephrase. Has a dragon out of water?
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
As a dragon out of water. I need to win 3 50-50s in a row at one point. Oh, who wants to wait for an elevator? Anyway. Elevators in this region are more stupidest thing they added because it's time consuming.
The weather's amazing today.
Because he's not crying today.
Kiara.
Monsieur Neuillette! And you are? Oh, I remember. You're the Traveler and Paimon. I've heard about you.
Apparently everybody in this region did hear about me, so
Aw, she's adorable! Hey there, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for the compliments. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter? Oh, right! I remember now.
wait, so she received a threatening letter and she's like, all right, I remember now. She forgot about the threatening letter.
The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek.
So you receive a threatening letter, and first thing you thought is somebody wants to play hide and seek. That's the first time I hear about it.
But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
And so you are not afraid.
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
So she thinks I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious?
Someone follows you from behind. Someone who always strikes up a conversation with you. Someone who follows you from behind.
Ah!
Did you think of something?
Nope. I don't remember meeting anyone like that.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to show me what it says.
Oh, let's see. Found it.
Wait, so she has a letter in her pocket, but she totally forgot she even got it. That's a nice memory.
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you.
What did she do even to receive a threatening letter?
A simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything about the writer's intentions.
Are they concealing their identity on purpose?
We can't rule out that possibility. Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Mermonia to review some official documents. Kiara, you should come with us. It's safer if you stay close by.
Sure! Wait, no. I still have a case to work on. I promised Alof that I'd check on her place later.
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
Yeah, he's right.
And that's... Make sure she's safe. With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget about it!
Paimon, why do I always feel like you are the one putting me in situations where I always have to help someone?
Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Big Sis Paimon, new nickname, people, we have it.
Don't worry, your Big Sis Paimon is super strong!
All right, let us go our separate ways for now. Please take care of Kiara.
We'll take her to a lost place right away! See you around! So, Kiara, how old are you?
Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can remember.
She
But
can't
I remember
remember.
coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago.
Carol? Didn't Neuvillette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago! Why would Paimon be a big sister to you?
My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis.
Huh. Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that?
What was I supposed to hear? Oh, somebody is following
Strange.
us.
Paimon felt like someone was following us.
There was a person behind.
Olaf!
So,
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
her protection, yes.
Oh, they're the Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here? All right. Guess I shouldn't have asked.
May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go ahead.
That's your inspection
No
of
hazards
store,
detected.
like
You've cleared the inspection.
goggles and then like
Seems like the criminal from that case
hand
last month never
goggles
set foot
and
in
then
here
like
at all.
hand goggles and she's looking at clothes. You can't see what I did with hands, but
That was quick. What were you inspecting?
hand goggles.
I took a look around the shop. Neuillette says that us Melazines have special eyes that can see things people can't. Things like bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melazines can see their residual stains for some time. Pretty cool, huh?
So you are like what's it called? X-ray. X-ray the police use to see bloodstains and other stuff.
All right, all right. Now
When
that
they
you're done
investigate the
inspecting, can we have a
crime
chat?
scene. So your eyes are like that. Why do you want to talk here?
Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month and wanted to hire you as my model. Is that okay with you?
So wait, did you even call her for real investigation or just to hire her as your model?
Of course! Is there anything I need to do?
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they get along really well. Huh? What are you looking at? Is there really someone watching
Yes,
us?
somebody's watching us.
Let's sneak over and take a look.
Sneaking part. I mean, he was looking here, so I imagine the person watching us would be here.
Strange. Why isn't he back yet?
Charlotte.
Gotcha! Ah! Charlotte, what are you doing here? Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the type to...
Threat letter? What threat letter?
Yeah, what are you doing here exactly if you didn't send a threat letter?
This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Neuillette and request an interview with him.
Yeah, because this is interrogation because her life is in danger. So, and I'm starting to think you are a big fan of Neuillette, so
You want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream.
I even have that feeling like you love him too much.
But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't you think?
You are not getting anything out of me, but Paimon will tell you all by some point.
Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
It's better if we keep this a secret.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put this matter aside for now. Oh, what a shame. Chances like this don't come by very often, you know.
What a shame that you are a 5-star. That's a shame. Or 4-star. And
in exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about? I swear I won't tell.
Alright then.
I knew it, Paimon will tell everything.
What? Someone's targeting a cute little Melazine?
Cute little Melazine. Oh, how wrong that sounds.
Shh, not so loud.
Paimon, I told you not to tell her.
It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact. It was well received by our readers, so I was planning to continue the series. And now someone's coming after her.
She works for the police.
I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This secret's safe with me.
I wanna believe you, but prove it to me.
But I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Because you will tell them.
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Neuvillette's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, the case involves Melazines, so... Anyway, I'll get going now. Watch yourselves, all right?
Well, that was a nice chat. Let's head back and check on Kiara.
Yeah, check on her. Because that was one awkward chat.
What do you think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
I think it's great!
Yeah, it
Huh.
looks good.
It's very pretty indeed.
Corinne, where... When did you get here?
Coran! What are you doing here? It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
No shit, Sherlock.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Neuvillette was investigating a case with you. Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases.
Trivial cases... Well, if he wants to do the case, then let the man do the case.
I happened to have some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom-made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Oh, Neuvillette sure is lucky to have someone like you.
Leave this to me.
And Risley.
You should go meet up with Neuvillette.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands. Come on, let's go find Neuvillette.
Finally. Wait. I am supposed to go here, so.
Aquabus map and schedule for details.
Oh god. The waiting for this thing to come down. So now I have elevator to come here.
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything is good.
We ran into Cloran. She offered to help us protect Kiara.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It looks like Kiara is in good hands.
We thought so too. Well, did you find any leads?
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I've judged over the past decade.
And what's your
I've come up with two
conclusion?
plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step by step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious group that bears a grudge against me.
They both sound like pretty solid plans, but can you really finish browsing through all these documents? That's a lot of reading even for Paimon.
Paimon, you only read like one book, and that is when you only began reading when we got here, so there's your point.
Don't
taken
worry.
away.
I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents. After all, I have several hundred years of reviewing under my belt.
Several hundred years.
We'll help you read through them. We have nothing else to do.
Thank you. I will continue looking through the ones piled up on the desk, but feel free to browse through anything else in this room.
About Risley. The defendant Risley has confessed to his crimes and was declared guilty by Ludex Neuillette. Risley will be exiled to the fortress of Meripede, where he will be serving his sentence. During the trial, Neuillette remained silent for a long time. Yeah, but there's no way that Risley could do it, right? There has been a severe bribery scandal within the guards. The Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has investigated the case. All subjects involved have been arrested. The subjects have confessed to their crimes. The Representative Council has filed a request to collaborate with the Marchausi Phantom on certain public events. Based on research, they believe that melazines can enhance the popularity of those events. The Marchausi Phantom has yet to respond, however, it has not prohibited the melazines from participating in such events. The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of guards and Marchausi's Phantom. The principal offenders have received judgment based on the severity of their crimes. Please refer to appendix for the list of names. On the verse, the 15th. Callas, Borso Spina di Rosua, was defeated in the duel and died of serious injuries. That's Navia's father. The defense of his honor has now come to close. The defendant did not raise any objections throughout the trial. Bludex Neuillette received judgment in that case. Its details are still under investigation.
Have you made any progress?
There's no way Risley could do
We
it.
skipped through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful.
There's no way Risley could do it. There's no way Navia's father is guilty because he's dead. He died in duel, so that's two Mr. Salt.
Oh, there's so many documents lying around. Just how many cases have you handled?
The man
I would love
told you
to answer that
100.
question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself. If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
100,000 cases.
Whoa, that's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
No, Paimon, it's easy. It's so easy you can do it. Of course it's not easy.
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine.
I mean, it gets easy over time.
There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon's mind.
All right. Let us take a break then.
Break time. So are we gonna talk or have silent treatment? Again with silence.
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about something?
Thank you, Paimon.
The silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
Me too, Paimon, me too.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mermonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure what we should do.
Talk.
Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty after all that work.
Ooh, drinks! Thank you!
I mean, that can work too, but I was thinking
Paimon
more.
wonders what Neuillette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wines.
He's not like Venti, Paimon. He's more like.
He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like Diluc.
Yeah, like Diluc, but I think since he's Hydro Dragon, he drinks water.
What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
Because it is.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
Well, water
So it's
is
just
healthiest
plain
drink.
old water?
Well, water is healthiest drink.
What did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd prefer something more sophisticated.
Bro, not everybody is like Diluc or Venti or Morax. Those three drink wine. This dude drinks water.
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated. I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water. Said water is sourced from all across Tivat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintsa village, and Inazuma's Konda village.
So, you take water from all regions.
Here is one of their latest products. Water from Sumeru's Apam Woods. If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart. The waters of Chintsa village have a poignant touch, while one might call the waters of Konda village placid. Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them carefully.
Wait, so water from each region have different tastes?
Really? Let Paimon try!
What do you think?
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any difference at all. Isn't this just normal water?
Maybe he's the only one who can taste the difference.
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference. How did you do it anyway? Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon?
No shit, Paimon. Again, with Toby's statement, yes, it's because he's Hydro Dragon.
We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society?
Because he
Sorry,
wants to.
Paimon was just curious. You don't have to answer.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence. In essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me. I lost many memories from the moment I was born. The primordial sea, for example. I can only vaguely recall its connection to me, but I am unaware of what that connection is exactly.
Is there anyone who can answer those
Perhaps
questions?
the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Teyvat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an unpredictable risk.
I know two dragons locations, so wanting to take you to a Pep or Ajdaha. You pick.
True. Some of them have very unique personalities, too.
She's talking about Ajdaha. Bro has temper.
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time. But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions with others are few and far between. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare. Alas, time is limited. We should move on with our investigation.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents? Paimon's getting dizzy already.
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents. But while we were on the topic of water a moment ago, another idea came to me.
Water? Do you mean...
The Fontaine of Lucine.
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. It is the vessel of countless memories and emotions. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me. Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
Why didn't Paimon
So
think
we
of
are
that?
going to go into the fountain again.
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the Fountain of Lucine during the evening.
Sure, let's go. Let's go, bro. I mean, I can just teleport there, right?
What's up, King?
Yeah, I mean, what's up?
Monsieur Neuvillette?
I probably shouldn't disturb them.
I'm just
Looks like we got lucky today.
doing the
There's
story
hardly
and then I
anyone around.
move to Mass Effect. What's up, bro?
should we do next?
Enter the fountain.
Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Not really. Unless you want me to drink that primordial sea water.
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
A safe distance? Neuillette, what exactly are you...
Nothing much, only home from work. It's good to see you.
Oh, you finished working. Nice. So you're free now. What just happened? Everything looks a little different than how they are normally. I should continue forward and take a look around. Wait, is this past? I have a feeling this is past events and that he just took us in past. Because everything is in black and white.
Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuillette. The Court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
This is the past.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom. I'm certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
Don't tell me that's Carol.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help.
So this
Not only
is
can
the
I repay
past.
you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village, but I want to see the outside world nonetheless. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
I like the black and white effect.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head, and I tried really hard not to cry.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome.
Yeah, but if anything is gonna be taken out of this quest is the fact that you never should judge people on how they look or anything.
Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat.
Because everybody is different and unique.
There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
That is true.
I see. Let's all do our best then. I'm confident that that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Wait, is this Novellette's backstory or her backstory?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh.
Dude, you suck. Just because she's different doesn't mean
Hello. I'm Carol.
you need to be so rude.
Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards!
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Yeah, she's just here to help.
Hard to say.
Hard to say. You're just mean.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Monsters. Yeah, let's ask Seto Kaiba in his virtual world what monsters really are. Because Blue Eyes is a monster. Even Slifer the Sky Dragon. But she's just a nice person.
Species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Neuillette allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
Because he's outsider as well.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
There's no agenda, you're just bastard.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him.
Huh.
We joined the Mare Chaussee Phantom
Right.
and solved lots and lots.
Fuel monsters low.
We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Neuillette in cahoots with you? You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know!
Like, she's just trying to help.
So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melazines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Oh, she's sad now.
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Chaussee Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation.
Right, so arrest them.
There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melazines being involved.
Bro, they attacked a police officer. They should be arrested.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Neuvillette's newly reformed police force is already corrupt to the core.
I only see one person corrupt to the
How
core.
can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Like, they are being racist for no reason.
You heard that?
Yeah. I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around
Calamity. From that disaster that happened. Disaster that happened ages ago. People connect them to that and think if we are close to them, we'll get in danger too.
There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society. Best if you give up before it's too late.
Don't give up.
Monsieur Neuillette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort.
That's a good way to put it.
I still
Tell
want
him.
to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier.
Just do your best.
Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away, right?
No, I think he's gonna give them to people, so
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
he's gonna help her. That's a nice thing to do. Nearby area, what? Nearby area. 60 meters. Is that teleport? In black and white?
Monsieur Neuillette, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin.
Medals of Peace. What
Thank
did they
you for
do?
your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melusines gain the trust of humans.
Oh, so this is 5 years after that fiasco with racism. So they gained the trust. Finally.
I think I'll pass.
Hey,
Why?
don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you.
Yeah, it's teamwork, bro.
It won't be long
Except
before Melusines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
but it will come true.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Yeah, Baskill.
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you've put in. Please be on your guard for the next few days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it!
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Wait.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Wait, but She can't. No. Is she the one planning to assassinate Neuillette?
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine.
Well...
So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuillette will be left with no excuse.
Fuck, they want to commit a murder and then blame it all on Melusines. And then Neuillette will go down and be exiled or something.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time to teach him a lesson.
Nobody forced you to do anything. I can't believe he even trusted you.
Turn the murderer in!
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuillette too!
Oh my god!
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
I'm speechless.
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform. They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power.
Of course they did, of course. Somebody reasonable.
The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
Wait, so she even took the blame?
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carroll might have thought there was no better plan.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Just say you got very fond of her.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuillette right away?
Welcome. Of course.
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young.
Okay, so you have a sister who passed away, and your point being is...
She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal.
So that's why you are so connected with Carol, because she reminds you of your sister?
From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes.
Yes.
In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers.
Oh my god.
I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Neuillette. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along.
Then stood up for her.
Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind. Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
When I said stood up, I didn't mean kill everybody.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuillette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
Of course he wouldn't. He's Chief Justice.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this has nothing to do with any of you.
Oh my god. He's gonna kill everybody who...
I will take responsibility for everything.
From a policeman to criminal. Dude went from a policeman to criminal in like
You're hearing a major
10
case
minutes.
today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
Yes, he did that, but that wasn't the right call. I mean, there had to be another way.
I'm thinking we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
So apparently every policeman is gonna end up being criminal by this point.
Bail him out? Why?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Neuvillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Neuvillette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Neuvillette's status... If we redirect public opinion, Neuvillette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds.
Yeah, but that doesn't change the fact he killed people.
Please think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did?
Yes, but they wouldn't kill people, they would arrest them.
Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Because it was a personal revenge, because it was out the law, because he killed them, which policeman isn't supposed to do unless proven to be in self-defense.
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent!
She's gonna be proven guilty.
Order!
Order in court, people!
I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice.
Yes, but if it was justice, he would arrest them, right?
I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose.
Yeah, you gotta put him in jail.
Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law.
Exactly my point. So personal justice isn't equal to arresting people. Like, if you want revenge for Carol, then you just could have arrested them, bring them to court, not kill them. So
therefore, you will be declared
guilty. Guilty. Yeah. What did you expect?
That can't be! Monsieur Neuillette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Yeah, but many good deeds don't change the fact that he killed people again.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
You can see by Neuillette's look and everything that he's sad about the events
Neuillette,
that happened.
what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off?
Because you killed people!
Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuillette!
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin.
He will be pronounced guilty.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Yeah, as expected.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
So now, the ones that were on Carol's side are turning against her. Really?
Hey, stop spacing out!
I love these backstories.
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
What was that?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me.
So, wait, he's like Dumbledore. I swear he's like Dumbledore. Remember that scene from Harry Potter and that pool and tears, and then he would share his memories with person who would put his head in that pool and would see everything. So he's like Dumbledore.
I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over.
My god, this game has references to all things.
Due to my negligence, the overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought.
Yeah. But if we get power from dragons,
Anyways, the last
why do I have pew guns
voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions
as
boil
Hydro
over or
element?
anything.
It is as you said. This might be because I am different. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
That sounds awesome!
So from everything.
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
The memories I saw were related to you.
Which ones?
From when you brought Carol to the court of Fontaine, to when you declared.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. That does not mean I am deliberately hiding them. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form.
So that's why you cried, because you're and feel sadness, because your best friend Carol got exiled or died, and then the guy you trusted the most killed all of those people for, I mean, his reasons were to protect Carol, and that's noble, but that doesn't change the fact that he killed them, so it's crime none of the less. So
you should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
Yeah, and I even think
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying.
yeah, but yes, but who's trying to kill you? It can't be Carol because she's gone. It can't be that guy because he's also gone. Only one left is that girl.
Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange.
Do tell.
I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions.
Then, towards who?
However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case.
Smuggling case. Okay, we are getting somewhere.
I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here.
Oh! Didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've read about it? In that case, the
Yes,
resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing here? I was just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
Question is, Navia, what are you doing here?
Navia! Nice to see you again! Is there something we can help with?
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case.
Yes, I'm working on the
So
case.
I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you.
Yes, news spread fast.
You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information. Then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
That was fast.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
That was my reaction.
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think.
No shit, Sherlock, he's Chief Justice.
Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this.
Yes, they could. Maybe they want to take Neuillette down from his position.
We are planning to return to the Palais Mermonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
Maybe it's all connected to the fact that people of Fontaine want to take him down from position he now has. And I think the main suspect is that girl.
Alright, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Neuillette, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
Yes.
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight.
Because they're all scared of you.
What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines. I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
Is the same event from 400 years ago gonna happen? Again?
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Did something happen? All the Fontaine heard that Chief Justice is working on a case. So that's my first guess.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
Told you.
What? That's it. Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
But events now from events back then are different.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch.
Now people want to help.
Think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back and do nothing?
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
My guess is they want to protect you.
We were informed that. Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Happen to be strolling by, right? And I'm Nikola Tesla.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
She's so gullible.
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Just go eat with her.
Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
What gave it away?
All right, let's go buy a cake or something.
Cake. Just make sure Paimon didn't hear that.
Ever
Especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
I heard even Nervillette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
So some people are doing this because they want to help, others are doing this for promotion.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Neuvillette wasn't involved?
Bruno, I guess he wouldn't do that.
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
Oh, so you are doing this for sake of helping.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
Have you heard? Even the special patrol came to help.
Bro, this is like GTA 5-star wanted level.
Shh, look! Isn't that Neuvillette? I think he's looking at us.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
Yeah, it's wonderful to see people get along with Nellians after so many years.
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion.
Bro, your appearance already did that.
Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
Let's just teleport back there. My suspicions fall on that girl. Or descendant. About Risley, I can read again. I need to read again. The defendant Risley has confessed to his crimes and was declared guilty by Ludwig's neuillette. Again, I think Risley cannot be the guy who's trying to either kill the dude or anything because of main quest I did in last live, so I think he's clean. Come have a request to collaborate with the uncertain public comments. Based on research, they believe that melazines can enhance the popularity of design. Again, I read this already. About the smuggling case.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the Guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one.
So we found it.
The list of
Let's
involved
go.
suspects should be... found it.
What does it say?
Who's involved?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial.
Okay.
Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders, but who did not participate in the case, will not stand trial. Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise.
Sam, could he...
It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, And he moves around without much restriction.
Should we tell
Monsieur
Navia?
Neuvillette, someone claiming to be from the Spina di Rosula just checked in with us.
That's Navia, let her
He
in.
said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe."
So Navia's bodyguard.
Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
I too am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
Yeah, any lead is helpful now.
When the tide comes in, I shall return.
I pressed circle and he died. Really?
Our bond is strong.
Up there. Up here. So Navia, please do tell who's the suspect.
Whoa. Check out all these people. Hey there, are you Navia's friends too?
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Marechaussee Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I sent for someone to invite them over. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the Spina di Rosula.
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
Something feels off.
What gave that away?
Oh well, let's get back to business. Is there anyone called Essa here?
Maybe they're along. Speech how it's pleasure to be a guest of Spina di Rosula.
Yes, that's me.
You're Essa?
Yes, monsieur, Neuvillette.
Did you write that threatening letter to Chiara?
Right to the point.
I did, but I was just following orders.
So you wrote that letter, but who gave the orders to do so?
Orders from whom?
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
You're kidding me, right?
Domenico, where is he now?
The fortress of Meropide.
The one who's locked up? The one guy who's locked up?
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place.
I can enter it,
Looks
no
like
problem.
you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I'm extremely grateful for your help.
Leave the formalities for later. You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy, it'd be best if he's exposed as soon as possible.
All right then, let's head to the fortress right now.
Again in prison. Why do I always have to go in this prison? And Dieter is innocent. Risley!
Welcome to the Fortress of Meripede, dear esteemed guests.
Dear esteemed guests. So, Risley, we changed the tone. We're back again. Like that's something to brag
From none other than the Duke himself. Guess we made a name for ourselves at this place.
Yeah, we made a name, alright.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up.
Can we
Let's
get
assume
to the
we've gone
point?
through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase.
You read my mind, bro.
I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Who does this guy think he is?
He wanted to protest.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melazines, is he?
Yeah.
To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
I don't think there is.
He's got the same concerns we do.
But I do think that something that their real target would be Chief
I am
Justice.
concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered.
That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's at...
Did I hear someone say Melazine? What happened?
Siegeween!
A Melazine named Chiara received a pinging
And
letter.
we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here.
Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry. Clarande is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal?
Risley.
Okay, I get it.
Risley,
I'll bring
keep it
Domenico
down.
to you. That's your only demand, correct?
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concerns. Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Whoa! If Paimon were you here, Grace, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuillette would reject that. But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Please come with me to the infirmary. And watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
us rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink?
Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway.
Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that. I'll bring you some tea. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about.
I mean, they are talking about the water.
Typical Sejuin. Concerned about everyone's health as always. Why aren't you two saying anything?
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
Familiar? Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing them.
You mean two of people who are
But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
That's not a bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you.
Anything you need? Oh, this? Are you interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago.
400 years ago.
We have
Funny
never
you
had many
should
members
say
throughout our
that.
history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone treats each other like family. Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress, but people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
You two look kind of familiar. It's the symbol of the Mutual Aid Network designed by our first president. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though.
Medal of Peace. So Mutual Aid Network members are actually
The first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. He encouraged the weaker criminals to stick together and look out for each other. All of us have a lot of respect for him.
I have a gut feeling that they are the ones spreading rumors.
Interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network? If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer.
So help Mutual Aid Network advertisements. Help each other. Do all you can to further justice. Do not detest just judgment. The above three principles of Mutual Aid Network all are welcome to join. The membership is free. There are no compulsory group events. The Mutual Aid Network encourages members to do what they are able, including but not limited to cleaning, exercising, tutoring, and studying. It is hoped that all Mutual Aid Network members will during their time in Fortress of Merapid face up to the crimes they have committed, encourage each other, support each other, and welcome the future together.
Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged. Here, this book is for you. You're welcome to come and sign up anytime.
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back.
So basically his members keep organization alive, or his ideals.
Did you manage to gather any intel?
Yes, and it was intriguing.
The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
You weren't there.
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol and Vautrin.
And Vautrin was sentenced by Neuillette, and now every member of Aid Network wants to kill Neuillette.
Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
Oh, so the network was inspired by...
Monsieur Neuillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Domenico.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
It's found Domenico, nice. So now the real deal happens. I'm telling you, they all want revenge for their founder. Which means their intended target was actually Neuillette himself, not the Melusine. Because if they, let's say, prove that Melusines are guilty, then Neuillette's position in court would be ruined. And they would take down Neuillette. So their real target has to be Neuillette. I think Domenico will tell us a little more. But I think that's their goal.
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuillette? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
That's going too far, isn't it?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Now, at least come
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
You tried to do it.
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
Oh, why do you want safety? Now I'm intrigued.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return.
Okay, so what happened then?
After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Marechaussee Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
So you suspect that you were framed.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melazines? Over that?
Ignorance is an excuse.
My initial target was neuillette. Everyone in the Fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? If I could get them to strike back.
So, see, I knew his target was the roulette.
But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melazines to salvage things. I recall that Kiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection, so I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Kiara and force her to resign from the Marechaussee Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Funny how one guy in prison can actually
Yes.
do this.
And that's all I know.
Sijuin, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later. So, Monsieur Neuillette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melazines to stir up greater chaos?
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this.
I think he's not.
Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices from before.
Yes, they would try to help them.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Monsieur Neuillette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice. For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on.
So they didn't trust the Melazines before, not because of the Melazines themselves, but because of the fact that they didn't trust Neuillette.
People no longer have any reservations about you, and even consider you a symbol of the law.
Yeah, now they have respect for Melazines.
Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
to join forces with Domenico.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments. It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
I must say that you've made a fair point.
Yeah, they respect him a lot more now than they were before.
Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me. The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Ah, I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memoria's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier.
You're not going
Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of the way. What's the other thing you wanted to say?
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network. Is that right?
Yes.
Yep. Neuvillette thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the Fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression. In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
What?
Yeah, I thought that he hated Neuillette.
During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that way.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
Act like...
An act?
Don't tell me he acted the whole thing.
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice.
So wait, he was helping the... He was helping Neuillette get the reputation he needed so that magazines could get respect they deserve.
And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one. That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your chance.
I don't have anything to say. Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
This is good ending.
Please, take care.
Eyes.
Welcome, Wolfie.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
So if
I
he
believe I
never
now
resented you,
understand
that
what he
means...
wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things.
And that
I
would
would
be...
like to hear your thoughts, too. What do you think of me?
Well...
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on Fontaine. What do you think, Traveler?
Yeah, Paimon is right, but...
Hey, any comments?
What I really think is...
Oh, Motherfucker, he talks. He talks!
Every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
He is talking! He is actually talking. I'm not the one making choices. Why am I so shocked now? As a Hydra Dragon Sovereign, Neuillette still thinks of himself as an outsider due to his identity. But so much time has passed since then, perhaps the lines between him and humans have long since blurred.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption.
He talks. He talks.
As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago, I have begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person.
Does these few words mean that main character will talk more in future?
These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Oh, huh? It's raining! Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
You are sad again, right?
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
When he stops crying?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Neuillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
Don't tell me
How
he
can two
heard
completely different species
everything.
possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Wash up at player 009.
Is the matter resolved?
Yo, Swine. Welcome back. Is
Yep, we found the person
Yeah,
who
it
sent
is.
that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusines should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
yeah, everybody likes a good
Sorry
ending.
for dragging you all into this.
I'm lurking, bro, lol.
There's no need to apologize.
Oh, you're lurking.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia, more than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger.
Things really changed.
I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy, so I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled.
Yeah, everybody likes a good ending.
To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Neuillette, would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
I know you like Neuillette so much that I think you even love him, but is this even the place to ask?
That's not how you celebrate.
You celebrate with what, Paimon?
I will consider it.
With food.
Really?
Bro, it's like she's talking to Eminem.
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
So next month is your interview. Bro, he's not celebrity. Just be cool, be cool.
Yes! Thank you so much, monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communique to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
Return to the Paris Memoria. So, I need to come back to his office, I think. I think I'm close to the ending of quest, actually. With everything coming to good ending. Welcome. You are safe now. Wait, is she sleeping while she's standing on her foot? She's standing and sleeping at the same time.
Kiara?
Kiara, wake up.
Monsieur Neuvillette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
Yeah, while standing.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
And you are safe now.
Thank you, monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. I can't remember. My memory isn't that... By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now. Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time. In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, "Kiara, our dreams have finally come true." I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
Your dreams were... your dreams were equal rights for Melazines and humans.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Yes, and a wonderful ending.
Monsieur Neuvillette, are you happy too?
He's happy, it's not raining.
I almost forgot! Am I allowed to go out now? I promised to model for Alov.
I totally forgot about that.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time.
See you next time. Everybody likes a good ending. That quest was really good. One more pull before I end things. So, that was Neuillette's quest. I'm gonna be switching to to Mass Effect premiere on my channel. So thank you all for joining my live. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like my content. And have a good day, evening, wherever you are. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.